Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Micah. Today we are going to be talking about 10 items that I think more people should be raving about that are from the drugstore. So these are what I would call hidden gems that I think deserve a lot more loving. So let's just get straight to it. The first item on my list is quite a new discovery for me, and it's the Essence Stay All Day 16-hour long-lasting concealer. I have used up about half of this already. I think, like, I can look inside it. I think there's about this much left. And I use this a ton over the summertime. This is such a nice, basic, hydrating concealer, but that does last all day. So for the summertime, this was absolutely perfect. It isn't too thick, cakey, or heavy. It is very natural looking. The only problem, and that's why I think not a lot of people talk about this particular concealer, is that it doesn't come in a whole lot of different shades. I think there are only two, of which I have the darkest one. It's just that the other one is a lot more yellow toned, and I felt that that wouldn't go with my skin tone. So this is in 20 Soft Beige. And this is a really, really nice concealer, you guys. It's a bit too dark for me for right now, what I would like to get on my concealer at this time of the year. But for the summertime, it was absolutely lovely. If it matches your shade, definitely try it out because it is a really, really stunning one. Plus, it is super duper cheap because Essence always is. I also have some like color products in here. So the second item I'd like to show you is the LA Girl Strobelite Strobing Powder. I have mine in 110 watt. And one thing that I really like about this particular highlighter line is that it has a highlight shade for every single skin tone and undertone. So what I personally struggle with a lot is finding a golden toned highlighter that works on me. This looks like absolutely nothing in the pan. You can see it a little bit where I've swatched it here. But this has a really, really thick, almost like baked gelée kind of texture you could see. Again, you can see here what it roughly looks like. But this is one of those highlighters that the more you buff it in, the more shiny it gets. And this is a golden toned highlighter that works really well because it has more of like a white base to it, and it's not too yellow. It's like a white gold, you could almost say, and that I find a lot more flattering on my complexion than most gold highlighters, you could say. Apart from Essence, you know I'm going to be mentioning some Catrice products, so let's just get my obvious choice out of the way, and that is the Power Plumping Gel Lipstick in 030 Speak Up. I keep raving about this. This is the only lipstick I've ever worn down this much. Yes, this is all that I have left. This is definitely a bit bigger. It's also looking a bit gross, so let me put it away. And I'm currently trying to use this up before the end of the year. I don't think I'll succeed because I've definitely sort of bought some new lipsticks and I have lots of things that I want to try. And now that it's fall time again, I'm sort of not wearing a lot of colorful eye makeup at the moment. So then I really like wearing something more colorful like this on my lips. In case you're wondering, this is the red that I made myself at the By Beauty Lip Lab. So if you were wondering what's on my lips, this is that red lipstick I made at the By Beauty Lip Lab in my New York vlog. So in case you were wondering, that's that shade. So I couldn't tell you what this is because it's my own custom blend. But yeah, the Power Plumping Gel Lipsticks, I don't hear enough people raving about these as it is. I did a dedicated video to every single shade in the line, so I'll make sure to link it in the eye above. 030 Speak Up is sort of like my lips, but better, and it goes with every single colorful look I did over the summertime, which is why I was wearing it so much. There were months that this was the only lipstick I was wearing, and that's something that's never happened to me. These are super comfortable, very easy to wear, and I think they will have a very large appeal because these are just really, really easy to just throw on without a mirror, especially a nude shade like this. So I don't really understand why these don't get a lot more hype. The demi mattes are definitely getting a lot of traction right now. Catrice is really promoting those as well. But of course, mattes are more for this season, I think, and something more lightweight, sheer, and comfortable like this, because This is like a lip balm texture, but with like a lipstick color, if you could say. That's how I would describe it. On some people, these disappear very easily. On me, they stay put quite well. I do have to touch up after lunch or something like that, which is probably another reason why I wore it down so much. Something like this stays on all day, so this doesn't need touching up in a work day. This definitely does, but if you really are into very comfortable lipsticks, then I would highly recommend looking into the Catrice Power Plumping Gel Lipsticks. Item number 4 is a brow product, and this is what's in my brows today. This is the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Pencil. I don't hear enough people raving about this. As with the Essence Concealer, this doesn't come in a lot of different shades though. There's only 2 of them, of which I always buy. Ooh, it has a spoolie on the end. I always buy the blonde one, and that is absolutely lovely. You can find this wherever they sell Soap & Glory makeup. And this is all I have left in mine, the current one that I'm using. This comes with quite a bit of product. It doesn't run out as quickly as some of these skinny pencils can do. Some of these just are so soft and they just run out in like 2 weeks. These I can use for quite some time, so they are definitely worth the price point. They do the same thing as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. At least that's what I've heard. I've never had to try even the Anastasia Brow Wiz because I already have this. If you can't find the Soap & Glory one, then they're the NYX version of this, which is called the Micro Brow Pencil. And if you're looking for a good blonde shade, then taupe in that line is really nice too. Very comparable to this. That's what I buy when I haven't been to the UK for a while, because I usually stock up on these when I'm traveling. Kicking it back to a base product for a minute, item number 5 is another Catrice product on this list. And it's their Fresh It Up Hydrating Primer. It's the one in the blue tube. This is the drugstore version of the Smashbox Primerizer. I use them back to back. First the Smashbox in like a mini travel size, and then this. This is €5, I think, and even like the travel size of the Primerizer was like 15, so that's already 3 times more expensive. I think a full size is like 38. This is like, yeah, it's like 1/7 of the price of a full-size primerizer by Smashbox, and it does exactly the same thing. This is as hydrating, as comfortable. It has a nice cooling effect as well. It will not do much in terms of pore mineralizing or anything like that, but those are personally not the needs that I have from a primer. I need it to hydrate and make sure my makeup stays in place. And that's exactly what this does at a very cheap and cheerful price point. So the Catrice Fresh It Up Hydrating Primer needs a bit more loving in the beauty community, I think. I also have some Kiko products in here for you. Item number 6, maybe you saw it coming. It's the Kiko blush in Marsala. This is their Shade Fusion blush. And I put this in a Shop My Stash every year for the fall time, and I don't understand why I haven't hit pan on this yet, because I've used this a ton. There isn't even a dent in this, you guys. I think it's just a very firmly packed powder. This doesn't have a lot of kick up or anything like that. There's like a little double K stamped in the middle, and that has certainly disappeared. But this also doesn't come with a lot of product. It's 6 grams, so ooh, I'm digging my nail in there. So it's not a whole lot of product, so at some point in my life I should be able to use this up. But this is such a nice neutral shade. It has like a plummy brownness to it if you really go in for more this bottom half, but I tend to swirl all 3 of these together, and then it's just a really pretty, like, natural blush shade. This is like a drugstore dupe of like Tarte's Exposed, I would say. That's like what it's very close to. So this is just a really, really nice product. Wears all day. It's matte. It doesn't add a whole lot of color to your face, but just enough to, especially in the colder months, add a little bit of color to your cheeks. You may be surprised that there aren't a lot of Makeup Revolution products in this lineup, but I have one for you at number 7, and this is their fixing spray. This is in the green tea scent. I would say this comes, I think, in 10 different scents or something, so just find the scent that you find the most pleasant. It also comes in things like strawberry and coconut, and I'm not really into fruity smells, but this smells quite neutral. It's not too perfumey or heavy. It doesn't linger a very long time. And this is such a nice product that this is actually a backup that I bought. I went through a full bottle of this. It's 100 mils. It's only €8, I think. So it is more affordable than the Catrice Prime and Fine, which I also really like. But this does exactly the same sort of job. It's a little bit more affordable because you get 3 times more product for like twice the price. So it's a really, really good one. And I'm currently using the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is pleasant and nice, and I like it. But this is just as good. I don't feel you need to splurge on a very expensive setting spray when something this affordable will do as well. The last Catrice product I have for you is their Nude Illusion Loose Powder at number 8. And the reason why I'm putting this in here is again because nobody talks about this, you guys. And in terms of loose powders, this is one of the best ones I've ever tried. I did an entire video over the summertime where I tried out 7 loose powders. This was included in that video because it was by that point the only loose powder I had ever fully tried. And so I compared 6 more cult favorite powders against this one to see how it held up. I think there was only one powder that really trumped this one for me. So like I put it up against the Coty Airspun and the Laura Mercier powder and like all of these like YouTube famous loose powders, and this was still like my second favorite of the entire bunch. So that just goes to show that this is just an amazing powder. Number 9 are Kiko eyeshadow sticks. And again, this is a product nobody ever talks about, and these are so good. Someone left a comment a while ago saying that these may be made in the same factory as the By Terry Ombre Black Stars. These over the years have also come in a lot of fun shades, so you can get very neutral shades like bronzes and browns and mattes and all that, but they also do like stunning like electric blues and turquoises and all of those kind of things. They don't have all of those shades in stock at all, like all the time, but they also very often do these on sale, which is when I like to grab like 1 or 2. I have number 4, and that is a really nice like bronzy brown shade with a bit of a golden shimmer running through it, but not too much. And these are really nice either as a base if you want to deepen up a shadow look, or if you want to start with a colored base. But they are thin enough to still work as a liner on the lower lash line, for instance, as well. One of my favorites is number 19. This is a really nice charcoal gray. This is really nice. And what I like about these is that they snap shut. So as long as they make that clicky noise, you know you've closed them. And if you store them upside down, I find that these don't really dry out that quickly either. Like some of these I've had for years, and they're still really nice and creamy. This is shade 11, by the way, which is this really nice like turquoise shade as well. And then finally, last but not least, I'm not sure if you would say this is a drugstore product because you definitely don't find this at the drugstore, but H&M has a makeup line that is sort of like drugstore price point, and I really like their bronzer in Sheer Tan. As far as I know, they still do this. The packaging is gorgeous. Their blushes in this line are also gorgeous. They have this like hexagonal shape like the Fenty Beauty stuff, but H&M did it first. Don't tell anyone. And then this does have a mirror. Not all of their compacts have mirrors. The packaging isn't the best quality by any means, but for 10, I think that this retails for like 10 euros, and it was the first blush at the drugstore that I tried that really worked for me because this is such a nice neutral toned bronzer. It's not too dark, it doesn't make you look orange, and if you're fair like me, it can be very difficult to find a good bronzer that doesn't look muddy or orange or just a little bit weird. So this one is really nice. You can tell if I hold this up a little closer that there's like all of that white packaging has just turned a bit bronzy from the use I gotten out of this. This is such a lovely product, and I wish more people would talk about it. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 hidden gems at the drugstore. Let me know in a comment down below what yours are, because I would love to try some of your recommendations as well. I am always trying out new products. So yeah, let me know what you would recommend people would pick up that you don't hear a lot of people talking about. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. That would really help me out. You could also help me out by subscribing to my channel. I make new videos 3 times a week, so I will be back very soon with another video. So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!